In this video, we'll be looking at this Huepar laser level. This is just a little carrying case it comes in. So we can go ahead and open that up. And you can see on the top here, we do have a user manual. The specific model for this one is the M-9011G. So just a nice little user manual here. And then we have this little card that you can either use with a little stand or it has some magnets on the back as well. But it essentially just kind of increases the brightness of the laser level. So if you can't see it too well or something, if it's a super bright day, something like that, then you are able to just use this card and it kind of, again, like shows it a lot better than it does on a normal wall just because of the color of this. It also has some measurements and things on here, but the main thing is to just kind of increase the visibility of the laser level, which is cool. We also have the laser level itself, of course, which we'll get more into in a second. And then we do have this magnetic mount for it as well. So you kind of hook this into the bottom here, and then this part is magnetic, so you can attach it to anything that's magnetic. Essentially, if you have some exposed nails or other metal or anything, then it would hook onto there. So you don't have to use this tripod mount, and you could instead mount this to a wall directly or some other metal surface. So that part's very nice to have included as well. But those are just all the accessories. We'll go ahead and take a look at the actual level itself. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, there's just a nice little block here. We do have a space for the batteries, which are 2 AA batteries. These are included, which is great. We already have them in here, but yeah, that's just where the batteries go, 2 AA's. On the bottom here, we do have the threading for the tripod mount. So if you want to use this with a tripod, which is how most people will probably use it, then you have that option there. Then on the top here, we just have the power button. We can go ahead and push that, and you can see it turns on. And then we have a lock and unlock on the front here. So what this does is turn on and off the auto leveling. So if you have this on a flat surface, probably how you want to use it the most is using this in the unlocked mode. So if I go ahead and unlock it, you can potentially see here that this kind of turns on the laser automatically, but it also frees up this little laser piece. So it's moving around here on a kind of gimbal. Then we can go ahead and lock it, and it will lock in whatever position it's in. So that is the two ways you can turn it on, is either with this power button or just pushing into the unlock. However, when it is in the unlocked mode, you cannot turn it off. So you do need to actually put it in the lock mode and then turn it off again to turn it back off. But yeah, as I was saying, so say you're using this on a tripod, for example, you will have it on a level tripod, and then you would use this unlock mode and it would level itself automatically just to make sure it's completely level on the wall. So that's mainly how you would use it. If you're not concerned about it being level or you have it on a specific angle or something, then that's when you would use this locked mode. So you could go ahead and put it on a tripod and then angle it to a side or something. Say you're cutting like that or making art or something that you want it to be on an actual diagonal rather than being level, then that's when you'd use this locked mode. So it is very nice to have those two options built in. I personally just use it in the unlocked mode. It is very sensitive, so you want to make sure you don't bump it. However, of course, it levels itself again, but you do want to make sure you kind of try to avoid bumping it if you're working on the specific scenario, even though it will return back to the level it was in. You can tell it's not leveled when it is flashing, which is great. So whenever the laser is flashing on the wall, it means it's not level, and that will only happen in the unlocked mode. If it's locked, then of course it's not going to be level anyway, unless you make it so it won't flash. But it will let you know that it's not level by flashing, and it will stop flashing when it is leveled again. That's just a quick look at it. It is definitely very helpful for if you want to put a bunch of nails on one stud, or to hang picture frames and make sure they're all level with each other, or with other items in the room, or just make sure the one picture frame is level itself, because you can just kind of line up the top of the picture frame with this laser. So it has a lot of different uses, but it definitely makes mounting things and hanging up pictures and things much easier. It works very well in the daylight as well. I think in very direct bright sunlight it would be a bit dim, and then you have that little card that enhances the visibility of it. But in normal use cases, even during the daylight, assuming you're inside or something, then it definitely works very well, and it's more than bright enough to be on the wall. As you can see, I was using it during the daylight, and it's very visible on the wall still, so I'm very happy with it. It makes everything a lot easier, so I highly recommend it.